Right now, the streamers actually winning the media war? They aren't the ones relying on massive content drops. No, they are the ones mastering digital real estate. They are showing up everywhere, all at once. If you want to know who's really taking the crown, you have to look at the home screen. Welcome to this explainer, where we're breaking down the Looper Insights May 2026 Streamer of the Month report to show you exactly how the biggest players are securing their territory.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to fly through the biggest strategies of the month. We're covering the battle for visibility, live sports disrupting the board, HBO Max's breadth, family franchises, drama portfolios, and finally, some massive industry shifts.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the battle for visibility.
In today's ecosystem, just having your app installed on a CTV device is, well, it's not enough anymore. Visibility is the absolute currency. We track this using Looper Insights MPV, or Media Placement Value. You probably already know this, but as a quick refresher, MPV translates on-screen prominence, audience reach, and standard CPM benchmarks into an estimated monetary value. It lets us compare apples to apples across all these fragmented platforms.
Taking a macro view of the top 10 titles for May, it's honestly wild how diverse this list is. Amazon's The Boys claimed the top spot with over $5.5 million in MPV, but right down at number 10, the WNBA is pulling massive weight too. No single genre has a monopoly here.
Which brings us right into Section 2, live sports disrupt the board.
Scripted series usually steal the spotlight, but live sports are absolutely crashing the party right now. Just look at this number, $10.1 million. That is the combined MPV generated by just two properties in May, Apple TV's Formula One and Peacock's WNBA coverage. To really put that into perspective, HBO Max pushed two of the most buzzed-about cultural touchstones of the month, Euphoria and Marty Supreme. Together, they generated just under $10 million in MPV. I mean, that's an amazing feat, right? But then, Formula One and the WNBA pressed the gas pedal and blew right past them. The commercial power of live sports on the home screen is just undeniable at this point.
Moving on to Section 3, HBO Max wins on breadth.
The legacy giants are definitely fighting back, but they aren't relying on a single massive launch. They are winning on sheer volume. And this brilliantly illustrates their strategy in action. Notice how HBO Max didn't just push one show. They used this massive multi-title DirecTV banner to showcase the entire Game of Thrones franchise. They put the original series right next to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and House of the Dragon. They're flexing the sheer depth of their library. And they took that breadth strategy everywhere. They locked down a prominent LG TV banner for the drama Half Man and secured standout visibility for Greenland 2 on Fire TV. It was a total masterclass in making sure there was something for every single audience, right across the different device interfaces.
Next up is Section 4, leveraging family and franchises. Family entertainment consistently punches way above its weight. Look at Disney+. They secured prime placement on Samsung TV for Sophia the First, but smartly amplified it alongside heavily trusted legacy favorites like Bluey and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It's a brilliant move because it completely reinforces their position as the default go-to destination for parents.
And it's not just Disney. The Super Mario Galaxy movie powered up for a massive debut, claiming standout premium real estate across both Samsung TV and Roku. Highly anticipated family action is conquering the digital storefront for sure. That brings us to Section 5, expanding the drama portfolios. So the crucial point here is how Paramount Plus made a highly targeted push for their scripted dramas. They grouped the cultural relevance of the Chi with the expanding Yellowstone universe via Dutton Ranch. By blasting both of them across Fire TV, Samsung TV, LG TV, and Roku, they made absolutely sure their marquee shows were impossible to miss.
Finally, Section 6, industry shifts and innovations.
Let's zoom out and look at the structural changes happening underneath all this content. Paramount Skydance just secured $24 billion for the Warner Bros. Discovery acquisition. Prime Video is experimenting heavily with bundling the Wonder Project alongside third-party apps. Interestingly, Disney is bucking the trend and keeping its linear cable networks. Plus, Amazon, MGM, and AWS just rolled out a Gen AI Creators Fund. The industry ecosystem is literally shifting beneath our feet.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the actual digital battlefield is changing. Roku has just launched its first major home screen redesign in over a decade. We're talking intelligence-driven personalization models and AI-powered tailored rows. For every streamer competing for visibility, this structural shift is everything. It changes the rules for how over 100 million streaming households actually find what they're going to watch.
To wrap this all up, visibility is the definitive new currency. Being on the app simply isn't enough. You must own the digital real estate. I highly invite you to read the full May US Streamer of the Month report to see the data for yourself. You can find it on the Looper Insights Substack page and their YouTube channel, where you'll get the complete app rankings, title breakdowns, and all those granular device-level insights.
So as you plan your strategy this month, I want to leave you with this. With platforms updating their interfaces and live sports gobbling up real estate, is your content actually cutting through the noise, or is it just getting lost in the UI? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.